Good morning, it's day 62 on trail. I'm just getting ready to head out from the Kid Gore shelter. It was a nice day down here last night. The temperatures have dropped. It's a lot cooler. I'm hoping take a couple hours, maybe 3 hours to get down to the road where I'm getting picked up to go to Wayside. The Wicked Waystation Hostel. I think this is their first year that they've been open. But it was a beautiful little campsite. There's a shelter up top there. The privy was way down off to the side. The bear box when we came in. Beautiful view down the way. We got Chipper down here pulling up his goods. Yep, it was a wonderful time. Beautiful morning for hiking. It's in the 60s today. Hopefully no rain, at least until after I get picked up. It's 8 something miles. I figure about 5 hours for me to get to the pickup point. It's a very rocky trail, and as we already know, it's very muddy. Not sure if it'll be muddier after the rain yesterday afternoon, or if the ground absorbed some of it up. But last night, laying in my tent, I was texting my family. I let them know every night where I've stopped. And I saw something out of the corner of my eye. I'm laying there, and I look, and there's a black snake, a very small black snake, crawling up the mesh on the outside of my tent. Scared the daylights out of me. I'm like, what the heck? And wham! And I hit it with my hand, and it went, fell off, and then it crawled on into the grass area next to my tent. But boy, did that scare the daylights out of me. I've never had anything like that happen before. But it was after that storm came in yesterday afternoon, and then it cleared up. Well, sitting there eating dinner at the table there by the shelter, looking out over the really long distance, there was a rainbow. That was pretty neat, seeing the rainbow last night. But yep, bit of a climb. A descent at first this morning, and then a pretty steep ascent up over the mountain, and then down again and to my pickup point. Hoo-wee. Another beautiful day. But yep, continue to make my way along here. That breeze feels so good. It's a really nice breeze today. Temperatures, again, they're staying cooler. This is just perfect weather. Overall, the trail hasn't been too bad this morning. I mean, just typical rocks and roots stuff, but it hasn't been too bad. I have not had any big mud pits I've had to work through. It's just been overall, it's been a very good morning so far. Kind of like yesterday's climb up the side of the mountain. The one today is, you got up sections a little bit flat and then up again. I think I'm getting ready to come to the another steeper up section. But it makes it nice when partway through it, it levels off enough for you to, have some flat area. Kind of give your legs a break. You can see they've put these stones in here. The trail maintainers put these stones in to give you like stairs to go up. And let me tell you, I call them quad busters, because they sure make my quads burn after going up many of those. I am so very excited. 2 weeks from this coming Saturday, My niece Jillian is getting married. I'm so excited for the wedding with her and Dennis. Get to see my whole family again, and just the excitement of the wedding gives me a little more pep in my step, that's for sure. Ouch. When you hear the ouch, it's because I've rolled my ankle a little bit. It's still pretty tender, and tenderness being from the surgeries and the arthritis at that ankle. I expect Chipper to come up behind me anytime soon. He should be coming along. Although I left before him, I know he'll catch up to me. The young couple that was in the shelter doing the long trail, they went by me a bit earlier. But they are so excited to be out here doing their hike. I think it's wonderful to see that young people out doing this. I don't know if they just finished college and they're doing it before they start jobs, but it's still nice to see young people out doing this and maybe setting aside the stresses of job life to come out and enjoy something like this. Of course, I know that's not always an easy thing to do for young kids or adults, older adults. Financially, it's not always an easy thing to do. But even if you get a chance to come out and do a weekend, take a week vacation, come out and try it. I think it's well worth it. Not too big of a mud pit, just walk around this one nice and easy. And you can see it's not too muddy, not too bad at all. You can see here the trail maintainers have staged a few logs for where they're going to need them to put down over the boggy areas. Well, they put the crisscrosses there in the wood to help so they're not as slippery when they get wet. This huge uprooted pine tree right across the trail, so there was a walk around for it. But golly, that is one big old tree. Wasn't too bad of a bushwhack around it. Obviously, I wasn't the first one to have to go through. So you could see where there plenty of other people had gone before me. The trail continues to be pretty good. I have a really bad headache today. I've been sucking down on the water. I left with 2 full liters of water, figuring that would be plenty to get me 8 miles, because it wasn't a really extremely hard hike, and the temperatures are low. Okay, this is one of those mud pits I'm telling you about, where you kind of stomp your poles around to see where you can step or where you don't want to step. Make sure you're trying to stay on rocks and roots and anything else they've laid down. But anyway, I figured 2 full liters of water was plenty to go to 8 miles to get to the road. Lower temperatures, the sun's not out, and I've been staying hydrated. You see a stream, you drink a liter, take a liter kind of thing. And those liters I've been drinking at the stream are the ones with my electrolytes in them. But today, I just have a headache that will not go away. So I'm wondering if it's a sinus pressure headache, because my eyes feel like they're going to pop out of my head. So I'm thinking it's sinuses of sinus issues going on right now. But I'm able to breathe through my nose, so who knows what's happening. All I know is my headache. I don't normally get headaches, and this one just hurts really bad. Yep, I'm going to keep moving. I stopped for a few seconds here, but once you stop, the bugs just start attracting to you. I'm sure it's that lovely odor I have. They probably think I'm a piece of trash, and they want to get some of it. It's a little bit of a view here of a beaver bog. Not sure if I'll get a better view along the way, but at least I have this view now to share. My apologies, the last area I called the beaver bog was actually just a pond. This is annotated as the beaver bog. Right, I'm just crossing over a Forest Service road here. This little opening. And head back on in here to keep going towards Kelley Stand Rd. Appalachian Long Trail still running together. It's a nice big tent over there. Shelter area. Maybe there's a worker and that's where they stay while they are working here. Or a ranger for the forest or something. Right here is a prime example why I push my poles in to see where the hard spots are to stand on. I'm on a rock right now. And look how far my pole went down in that muck. So if I had stepped in that area, I would have been in all that muck. So you can see how far down in it goes. So that's why I poke around to find the rocks, the logs, whatever they may have stuck under that muck to walk on. Otherwise just clabbering my way through it, thinking the whole thing will be solid. These rocks are good. I can see these. There we go. The boards are nice. They're nice, thick, solid boards. Oh, a lot of mud pits in this area. I haven't been seeing mud pits in a while. You can see right down here, somebody misstepped there. They must have thought it was going to be solid, and it wasn't. I'm going to guess there are beavers around this little bit of a bog. I take it that might be a beaver dam over there. But I'm sure glad they have the wooden walkway over this. As many bogs can, it definitely has a nasty smell to it. Wow, the end of this one is already in the water. I can't even imagine what it would be like after 3 or 4 days of rain. Thank you, maintenance people and volunteers who come out and put all these boardways up or walkways up. Help keep us out of the mud and from being waist deep in bog water. Going up to a nice bridge here, crossing over a stream. It's very pretty. Alright, I've come out from the woods there, out to Kelley something road. Black Branch, 1 mile that way. Story Spring Shelter, 3.6. Story Spring Shelter is where I stopped and had a little rest, where I had to text the lady from who works at the hostel, well, probably owns it, to let her know about what time I'd be getting into the parking lot down here. Their normal pickup hours are 7 to 9 in the morning and then 4 to 6 at night. I've come in between that time frame, and unfortunately there is not a cell signal here. So I sent her a text from up at the shelter to let her know when I'd be getting in here. I'm hoping they'll be able to come down and pick me up so I don't have to wait several hours before getting to the hostel. East Branch, Deerfield River, Green Mountain National Forest. So that was the Deerfield River I crossed over earlier. You see that's the parking lot. Oh, I hope I don't have to sit here too long. It's really buggy. And this is the other side of the river. Nice and clear the water is. I have made it down here to the parking area. So I'll just wait on the ride here On a board up here it says Appalachian/Long Trail, Kelley Stand Rd trailhead. Talks about the Stratton Mountain Fire Tower. Inspiration for the Appalachian Trail. It was here in 1909 that James Taylor conceived of the idea of a long trail extending from Massachusetts to Canada. Then in 1921, Benton McKay further expanded that concept into a footpath linking scenic ridges of the entire Appalachian Range, and the Appalachian Trail was born. And it just goes on to tell you that follow the regulations and all that fun stuff. There's several hiking trails around here. It shows where you are here, and then a whole bunch of different hiking trails. Alright, this is the Wicked Waystation Hostel. This is where I'm staying at for now. Got in this afternoon, and now I'm going to walk 3/10 of a mile down the road here to the store. Just pick up I think just a couple little items, see what they have that maybe I can cook up for dinner here, or maybe even for lunch. They do have some gluten-free macaroni and cheese in their freezer, as well as gluten-free pizza. The lady who owns the hostel, her son has celiac disease as well, so it was nice that there's gluten-free options for me. Yeah, we'll give it a little walk down here and see what the store holds for me.